There it goes. I think I fixed it.
Good. We got rid of Chris again.
All right. I just unplugged it and plugged it back in.
Repair procedure number 1.
Yep.
Well, usually just plug right. Kick it. That's true. That is.
Okay. So if you're just joining us after you couldn't hear anything, they were hanging out at. I fixed it. I unplugged it and plugged it back in.
I knew the deleting would cause it to be fixed.
Thank you for that.
So they were hanging out at Grisk's house. They received a letter, which is on the screen, and they are now determining what to do about it. So you didn't really miss much. Okay. We're good. I unplugged it and plugged it back in, and now it works.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah.
That's picking up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can double check to make sure your
Well,
audio is...
there was no audio thing on the bar there. Then I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it showed up. So.
Oh, okay, good. Let's see. I'm just gonna find your... Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah,
I can hear you fine.
And yeah, it's working again. So, okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay.
All right.
What would I know of the house CANNITH compound that she's referring
That she is referring to.
Me personally.
Let's go ahead and roll a history check.
It's a 2.
That's a 2. That is a 6 total.
Yeah, you know a little bit, but not a ton. You know that there's some research going on somewhere nearby, but you don't know into what they're researching. You probably would know, though, that being in the house, you would know who it is that is in charge of that research facility. Garavantis de CANNITH. And he is marked with the mark of making. You know that. You don't know what he's up to.
So why is somebody from the post
so
office?
he's not even one of the big barons. What do I know about Garavantis? Do I want to make another history check?
Sure.
That's another 6.
You know that he considers himself a pioneer in the field of automation and magic, making things work, but you're not sure exactly what he does with that.
Okay.
But you've heard him brag about it at a party a little bit. He was pretty boring and you didn't pay enough attention.
Sounds about right. What was it, a pioneer in?
Arcane automation.
Captain,
Arcane is magic,
where's the map?
but
No,
it's
magic
magic
back here,
using to make metal things work.
Where's the map?
Obviously, there's a map.
You're holding out on us.
I did not print out the map. But
Oh, here it is on the back of the letter. See? I lean over your shoulder.
It's obviously on the map.
You silly.
I will show you on the screen.
Didn't the extra copies come with a map? Must be trying to save money.
Cartographer supplies don't come cheap.
Well, it's a map to the compound.
Yeah.
So let's start from the beginning.
First of all, she knows about.
Although it
us.
doesn't have much info.
Alicia Lund is a member of House Civis, which is the house of sending. Sending messages.
Is it kind of a gnome-heavy house?
Not necessarily gnomes.
Yeah, there are a lot of gnomes. You've actually saved one of the gnomes from House Civis when you had to jump that train. That was House Civis that you had visited, and if you remember, well, you weren't there, but the rest of them.
So someone has given her this information. She says she hears things.
That we have come in possession of a coded letter.
Which shouldn't be surprising to you,
Everybody knows.
because here you go. This is what the because Cavill told you he reached out to her and told her a little bit about.
Okay. Maybe she just didn't want to put Cavill's name in
Right.
this letter. He is in the card after all.
She's being a little circumspect.
She needs.
He did also tell you that she's kind of a spy.
Yeah, right. Says
So-
right here.
And she needs.
She also talks. Yes,
She
tells
needs
you
a
I
she's
know
a spy.
things.
She needs a favor, and that she will return a favor.
It's rare that a spy writes you a letter that says, "I'm a spy," signed me.
Yeah, it was a little strange, isn't it?
There's our CANNITH compound, and the time that she's getting ready, she feels like she's getting ready to be found out.
You know, this would be a pretty damning letter if it fell into the hands of anyone in House Cannon.
Weird.
Not only for Alicia, but conceivably for us.
Also, how Civis, if you think about it.
Yep.
Well, that said, if there really is a code breaker on the other side of this letter, they may be able to help us clear our names. So whatever happens to her or this House Cannon, no skin off of my back.
What do you guys do?
And it's a
I'm
little off
down.
of mine.
I'm just ready to get more decorations for this place. A little down.
I prefer we be a little frugal with the decorations go.
Oh, they're free. Don't worry.
Maybe we should look at getting a group hideout.
What are you talking about? This one is perfect.
I like it very much.
In fact, it said it was for sale.
Maybe you would like to buy it.
No, I can't afford this nice chateau.
I don't know. The values around here are going down pretty quickly.
Your place was very nice,
Well, I heard the.
but much nicer than here.
I also don't own it.
Well, I mean, how much do you want for it? You know, the crime around here is getting pretty bad. So I imagine you would be willing to take a bit of a loss.
Well, that's probably true. Maybe about 75,000 gold pieces.
About 75.
I think you're mistaken.
You can always go to my place. The ceilings are about 4 feet high, but it's pretty cozy.
I'd be scraping. I'm still really short. I haven't got me one of those.
Oh, you are still
greater
short. Yeah.
restorations.
How long do you have for that?
Until I get a greater restoration.
But I mean, it doesn't become permanent after a certain amount of
I
time.
don't think so.
Okay. I'll get it in a couple levels.
We could contact House Civis to confirm the identity of Alicia Lund.
And
It's not a bad idea.
That sounds like a plan. Let's do this.
Although, we do have Cavill vouching for her.
True.
Unless
Cavill
she's getting
has
one
not
over him.
led us astray, but
He could also be easily
I mean,
fooled.
he's got.
he could be
some
playing
really
the long
shitty
game.
friends, but I
All
don't
right.
think-
Well, House Civis or House Cannon?
Well, if
Let's go to House Canada. It's a good argument.
well, that's into the Lions Mall.
What better place to be?
If it is true, it sounds like time is pretty sensitive here, and we better get moving. If it's not, then yeah, we're walking right into a trap.
Well, Captain, why don't you let fate decide?
All right. 3. We go to Civis.
It's 3. Okay, well, Civis it is.
Lead the way.
All right. You all have been to a Civis station before.
It doesn't have to be a long time. As a house member, you should probably talk.
Dang it, I have to actually pretend I'm from the house. I mean,
Well, no, just use your own actual status as a point of leverage.
okay.
And you can totally lie about. I received a message from this person. I was just wanting to make sure that this was actually from House Civis.
Okay. I guess I'll talk.
And
Well, if you're uncomfortable, I could, and I just change into her face. I could open it.
No, that makes me more uncomfortable. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Change that.
and hey, this big green thing over my eye comes in handy every once in a while. Maybe I can help. I'll join you in working our way in as house members. Really, we don't have any reason to lie here. For us.
Yeah.
We can just say we're on business for the city guard. We need to speak with Alicia.
Well, that and if they,
We're investigators.
I'm sure how Civis knows Alicia and what she's doing.
Right. So let's just find the.
I can just pretend, I'm from the downtown.
Let's just find the first Civis guard we come to and see if we can talk to the commanding officer.
Well, you can go to that Civis station that you're aware of, where you fought the Warforged. Well, not Grennan, but the rest of you fought the Warforged and then ran for the lightning rail and everything.
Oh, you guys have already been there.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's head back.
Hokey pokey.
I'll double time with
All right.
Merchant.
Okay, then. Let's see. You all make it to the Civis station. Luckily, you've been here before, so I had a map.
Mm-hmm.
So if we just walk through, then is there like a front desk or?
Yeah, it's basically like a post office.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll stroll right in with my nose turned up, looking very official and pompous. I'll head towards the front desk.
I walk as I normally walk, which is official and pompous.
Do you still look like Azair?
No, I dropped
Do you
that.
at least have the pumpkin spice here?
Oh yes, we'll continue the pumpkin spice. Probably next week it might change to like red and green.
All right, there are 2 people up there. Which
I'm
where to go to?
directly with
Grinning.
Okay.
I'll go up to the one in the center and I'll say, excuse me, I'd like to speak with the manager.
We're right on their level. It'll be perfect.
We're both like looking over the counter.
Well, they're
No, they're gnomes, so it's
okay, yeah,
It's normal counter for us.
I pound my fist on the counter. That's an
the
appropriate
person you go to is like, hey, you're the one who saved me when I was hiding in that cabinet back there when all
I'm so
those
glad you remember.
those people, those big huge warforged came and killed everyone. That was horrifying. I still have nightmares.
I'm so sorry to hear about that. It should dissipate eventually, I'm sure. But we
I
are,
haven't yet.
it takes time.
Yeah, it'll go away in like 20 years. I yell them across the room.
We're here.
Do you need something delivered?
No.
We will gladly deliver something at no cost for you.
Oh, thank you. Actually, I'm here for information. Is there any head of house?
I'm actually the manager of this location now, being the only one that survived.
Congratulations. It must be a heavy burden.
Promotion comes in all sorts of ways, doesn't it?
You must be so proud.
What can I do for you?
We need to know about a Miss Alicia Lund. Do you know of anybody within House Civis by that name?
No, I've never heard that name before.
Well, do you happen to know of anybody within House Civis that would have any more information on this, or
Clementine, do you know what Alicia?
Alicia
Alicia? What was it?
Lund?
Lund? No, I ain't never heard no Alicia Lund.
Okay.
Well, tell us this. You guys deal in letters and missives often. Do you have a code breaker that might be able to do as you're a favor for us?
I mean, there are people in House Civis who do some code breaking, but that's well above my pay grade. You'd have to talk to probably one of the members of the Civis family.
I guess they wouldn't be anywhere near the job site, would they?
No.
We wouldn't have to know how.
I mean,
to get a hold of them.
if you go up to Skyward, you could visit this, one of their mansions and perhaps try and talk to them, but they don't usually do things just for anyone.
Hopefully it's the good deed that we.
They a bunch of new people and called it good. They don't really care so much about our level of.
Oh,
That's
so
too bad.
you wouldn't be able to.
I
get us
am
in?
forever thankful, but
You don't think you could get us in?
oh no. I mean, you're dragon marked. Perhaps you would be able to talk to them. Although you would probably want to put on your actual clothes, sir.
What am I
I don't know, but I figure it's more ratty than like a noble
wearing? Oh
would
yeah,
wear.
yeah. Oh, these are just my street clothes when I'm out during the day. It's laundry day back at the mansion.
Well, we really appreciate all that you've been able to do for
I'm
us.
sorry I couldn't be more helpful. If you ever need to send something through a courier, please come back and we will gladly assist you.
Oh, of
I
course.
may have some packages to
Oh,
send.
excellent, excellent.
Don't open them.
Well, we never open the packages.
I'm
that
glad
Don't
to
pack
hear
them for him.
I would never bring you an unpacked package. That would just be uncourteous. Maybe some high
Well, we greatly appreciate it, ma'am. Thank you.
So I would save your life.
Thank you for all of your assistance.
Congratulations on the
know.
promotion. As I
Oh,
walk out.
oh.
Nice to meet you. It's a lovely post office you got here. Bye.
I pop back in. It looks a lot better without all the dead bodies around.
Why do you have such a big
That's very true.
So the Civis mansion?
Well, either this is above. I mean, obviously, it's above his pay grade. If it is true at all, could also be a trap.
I mean,
That's a good point. Perhaps we should go to the House CANNITH compound then instead.
Well, now we have a little bit of a hunch that this is some kind of setup, so now we know to go in on our guard.
And kill everybody.
If
please
necessary.
not.
We'll let her break the code.
So what's our in at the House CANNITH compound? Miss CANNITH.
It sounds like there's 3 ways into the House CANNITH compound.
According to the letter, that is true.
There's the easy
Or
way and the
four.
hard way.
I mean, I think the party the other day went pretty well.
I
Maybe
mean,
we
I
could
can
slip
always
in.
just go right up to the front door and flash my badge and be like, "What's happening?"
Hello.
While the rest of us sneak into the sewer.
Well, I could also say, "You're my bodyguard. You're my friend. You're my other friend.
Yeah.
And we're here for research purposes because, hey, guess what? I'm a sorcerer. I do sorcery. What we got new ones?"
It does sound like some sort of arcane factory of some kind.
Yeah, he mentioned something about that using magic to
arcane automation.
robots, but it got boring. Talk real quick.
I can totally play the part of the bodyguard.
I mean, that's one way we can get in. Or unless you want to split up.
So I'm currently applying my craft in a House CANNITH compound. So she's saying that she's a spy and that she's applying her craft as a code breaker.
And she needs someone to extract her. So we're gonna need some kind of escape.
We're also going to need some kind of excuse if we get caught for why we're taking her.
Well,
Or if we can get in and be like, oh, look, a gnome, just somebody we needed in our party. Let's borrow her for a little while.
I could pose as a city guard and show up with an arrest warrant.
We could.
But we
That's not a
don't know
bad idea.
if she's going by a different name.
As far as we know, she's going by
True.
Alicia.
No, well, no, not her cover though. We don't know what name she's going by.
And we don't even know what she looks like. Mayhaps our good
Friend?
yeah, companion know if what she looks like,
You want to go visit Cavill?
whatever her other name is that she's possibly posing.
Alias?
Yeah.
Maybe we could get a forged letter of identification.
I don't think they
You
they're
don't
breaking
think
the law.
he would give us a face?
Well, I mean, I don't see why he would break the law. I mean, he may like you, but not that much.
No.
You might be able to persuade him.
And
This damn height issue I got going on.
well, Cavill seems to think that Alicia Lund is legit, so we could go ask him how he learned about her and see how that squares up with what we've learned from House Civis.
Fair enough.
That's fine with me. Let's do this.
All right, let's go see Cavill.
Cavill.
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you, Cav.
Has the contact have
Yeah,
has she
about that.
reached out to you yet?
Well, of sorts, yeah. Then I'll hand
In a
him
way.
the letter that we got.
Oh, this looks promising.
Okay. Well, we did a little digging. We headed over to the post office at House Civis, and they said they'd never heard of Alicia Lund before. So
Well, I can tell you that is not her real name. It's the name that she uses in communication with me. I don't know what her. I'm not sure what I'm
you don't know what her real name is.
right.
Do you know what she really looks like?
I've never met her.
So she told you Alicia Lund was an alias.
Yes.
Do you,
Well, the way she put it was Lund, Alicia Lund.
how suave.
How'd you meet Alicia? When did she first contact you?
I was working on a case that required some code breaking work, which that in remembering that why I thought of her, but the commander contacted House Civis and they put us in contact through an intermediary with her.
And how'd that case shake out?
She was able to break the code and bring the criminal to justice.
I love this game.
Well, whoever she is, if she really has the skills, I need to meet her.
Upon thinking about your situation, I felt she would be useful. So I sent a
Message.
right to the
House of us?
no. We had set up
Contact.
yes,
Intermediary. Ah,
and
this is a fun game.
reached out to her that way. And I
So
don't know.
Is there any way we could get in contact with the intermediary? We're having a problem with trying to figure out how to help her.
If you give me a
Name.
note, I can
Close. So close. now.
I can get it
Just a little
you
bit.
could get it to
outside.
Alicia.
to the contact.
Well,
Why don't you just tell us the contact and we'll make contact?
It'd
be so much easier.
it's not mine. The city, the watch wouldn't approve.
But would you?
I mean, I trust you all, but
Well, then why not give it to us?
the city wouldn't. I don't have.
What the city doesn't know doesn't.
I have to go through.
Cavill, if you don't know who it is, it's okay. We won't judge you.
No, I'm sure he knows.
I can give them. I can give the note.
Well,
When will you give the note to them?
I could go run it upstairs now.
Well, who takes the note?
I have to give it to my boss.
Well, we can-
He doesn't like you all.
Oh,
He
okay.
still wishes he had just arrested you
Well, who does you?
that first night.
Well, who does you?
I don't think he likes anyone.
Is he married?
No.
Oh, dang. I went to a pretty lady.
That's a sunshine right there. I don't go off of those.
maybe we could send a message with some sort of password so that we know when we've found the right person, or even tell her to wear something so we can tell which one's her.
That would probably be
Or
the
perhaps
best.
we could just look for the
How
one
long-
with the mark.
Cavill, how long does it
She is
usually
marked.
take
Send us.
to
Not everyone's mark is
send a
visible.
message,
Sure.
get contact, and then receive word back?
Sometimes it's quick. Sometimes
I don't
Well,
think
let's
we.
just-
it's not quick.
I don't think we could count on getting a word back, especially if she's undercover. But we can still get her some sort of instructions on how to find us once we're inside.
Yes, that's a good idea. Or so we can find her.
Right.
I think it would be better if we can find her, that way we
Yeah.
know. It's obvious to her who we are.
We just have to give her some way to point herself out to us.
Exactly.
What is House colors? Do I know that?
Blue and silver.
Yeah, blue and silver, I think.
I think so. I'll look real quick.
I know it's a full head. He's got red eyes. That's just all I remember.
We could tell her to wear a ribbon in her hair with the right color.
Or tell her that we will be that you will be wearing a
Well, I'll probably have
a red
him-
carnation.
Well,
or pumpkin spice hair.
I'm a blue demon with pumpkin spice hair.
I'm
I
just a
think
demon
we're
with
gonna be
pumpkin
very
spice hair.
obvious, and I'm pretty sure she already knows who we are. It's just a matter of we don't know who she is that we're having.
Right.
And she might not have a way of being able to come in contact with us when we show up.
And we don't know that we can get the message to her in time for us to identify her.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, we should send the note anyways.
yes. I
So
agree. We
it
should
costs
still
us
send a
nothing.
note.
that's true. So what kind of identifier would we like?
Well,
I like the ribbon in the hair because no matter what direction she's facing, we can still see
The
a brightly colored ribbon.
what color? We need something that won't stand out, but yet stands out.
Right.
How do you hide in plain sight?
Mm,
Usually you change your face.
Well, any color ribbon will do,
We could
just as
do-
long as we know what it is.
We could do a blue colored ribbon. It still wouldn't stand out. It goes with house colors.
But what if other people?
That's true. It needs to be different than house colors.
Subtly different. White? A white ribbon?
White. White is good.
White is good. Wouldn't go red.
No.
Maybe we could tell her some sort of signal that we'll exchange, a hand sign or something.
No, that's too much work. You don't know if anybody else can see it.
I like the idea of the hair ribbon, and a neutral color that does not clash with blue and silver.
So white.
Yeah,
White is white.
Hoping she has a white ribbon.
I'm sure she'll be able to get one.
Well, let's send her a note.
She needs to be resourceful.
She's a clever gnome.
Yeah.
She's asked for our help. All right, so let's send the
We'll do,
message.
white
Uh,
ribbon.
Ribbon in your hair
And look for the blue demon.
with
Pumpkin spice hair.
Well, let's not be too specific.
That rhymed. Okay, I'm writing that note and handing it over to Cowell.
I will send it along.
All right. Well, hopefully it gets there.
It depends on factors that I'm not
Of course.
that I don't know about.
Let's just move on.
Is
What
there-
time of day is it?
Mid morning, getting towards noon.
So
Almost lunch.
Yeah, so we
How
could
long
take
will
a lunch break.
It's the.
and then show up in the evening.
We could go under cover of darkness and give the city guard the day to deliver the
Or
message.
show up or the next morning.
Since it's it's basically a research lab, right?
Or we could get you
Would I
lunch
know
and
if
check
it has
out
like specific
the
hours
make
that it
sure
operates?
You're not sure with the roles that you had. Yeah.
Do a drive-by.
a walk by.
We could.
Last driving experience didn't go so well for us if you don't remember.
We should probably rent a taxi and just drive.
We could scope it out during the day and then decide whether there's a way to get in or wait until
I agree,
dark
because she
to
did say
sneak
there's
in.
2 other ways besides the
Right.
main gate.
And maybe in daylight it would be easier to talk our way
Let's scope it out. We'll get lunch first.
Possible.
in. All right.
Sure.
I'm always up for lunch. Who
I know
wants,
a
who
great-
wants sushi?
I know a great
Don't
sushi
know
place
what
in Lower
that
Dura.
is.
But is it actual
Allow me
fish,
to
though?
indulge.
It's over by the docks. It's good stuff.
All right. So
Try and get that lighter time to go do its thing.
I mean, about
That's the
having
ground
a
floor?
leisure
you walk around the checking out the exterior there.
Yeah. Do I see any guards on the outside?
You do. As you come up to the front, you see 2 hobgoblin guards. They definitely look quite capable.
I'm casually casing the joint to the left. Otherwise, see
Nothing to see here. Just
Where are you going? This.
Just a
doing
couple
this
people
way.
walking
Okay.
around. Just a couple people walking around.
As you walk around, you do notice. Everybody give me I guess perception or investigation, whichever you want.
Perception. 19.
13.
All right.
11.
For
Perception, you
investigation.
said?
Perception or investigation. Okay. So you all recognize as you kind of walk around, there are 2 large shipping doors. Looks like they slide upwards into the roof, but there is a lock and chain currently holding them down. You and only you all recognize just the smell of kind of the sewer is pretty strong here.
Lower Dura.
You, however, recognize a manhole cover as you walk around right over here.
Make a mental note. Do I see anybody around?
No.
I will try to nudge the manhole cover.
Yeah, it moves pretty easily, and you notice there's a ladder into the sewer as expected, but below, it's completely dry.
Okay. Hey, guys, come here.
Oh no. No, no. Not again.
No, no,
No, no.
It worked last time.
Not again.
it smells fine. I don't see what you're complaining about.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Does it?
It smells actually a little better down this manhole than it does kind of just
Outside.
around. Yeah.
How is that even possible?
There's probably less garbage down there than there is up here.
Can we just maybe try and find the second one? Maybe that one's better.
I mean, I don't see your problem. What's wrong with this one? It looks just fine. It even smells better.
Well, before we go in, we might want to find out if there's a better escape route or something. We are going to have to extract her.
That might be an escape route.
Yeah.
I like your idea. Let me see what's down there first.
Oh, I'm game. I'll
I just go down.
Okay.
I follow.
Dang it.
About 10 feet away from where you come out, you see a large silver door, and the symbol of House CANNITH is emblazed upon it. This sewer isn't actually connected to the real sewer.
Oh, we found their septic.
Did you make sure to put the?
Well, it's not, and it's completely dry.
It's a fake.
Yes.
I'm hanging off the top rung, looking up at you guys. Like, are y'all coming down or?
Hold off on that.
down.
There may be. Let me check this real quick,
All right.
and I'm going to investigate the door just for
Okay.
traps.
Yep.
14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you recognize that it looks like it's locked. You're unsure if there are any traps. You don't see any. You feel like it's just locked.
Well, it appears locked right now. I don't think there's any traps on it, so this may be a way out. But we don't want to set anything off if there is a trap. So
We'll
this
leave
is
it
an
locked for
option.
now.
Yeah.
All right. So
We don't want to leave it open for other people to get in.
So the northeast corner of this place has a little sewer exit.
All right. Guess we'll go back up and I'll push the manhole cover back on.
Okay.
I'll slip back out. Let's keep looking.
Look around. Have we been noticed coming in and out? Do you think? Do I think?
I mean, the closer you come to the building, when you're anywhere on the front,
Yeah.
the guards definitely are watching you.
Well,
But not on the side when we came out.
No, not when you're on the side or around.
all she said was 2 ways in.
There's no like heavy traffic.
Did she say 2 ways in?
Well, she said the entrance and then 2 ways in.
Oh,
There are two
right.
other ways
So-
in besides the main.
So
Maybe
three,
there's-
so three.
Well,
3 total.
Yeah, 3 total. The real entrance.
So you've
entrance,
seen this entrance. You saw
the
looks like a
shipping-
way in
shipping
there,
doors,
and then you
yeah.
found
The shipping doors are probably the other end.
Well,
So-
you know, we could always back up a cart of supplies,
Ah, I like where your head is at.
and we have a delivery for the delivery.
We have to hope that it's expected.
Well, maybe we intercept a delivery.
I like where you're going.
We would have to stake it out then.
Yeah,
We don't know how much
quickly
time
this
she has
corner.
left. She doesn't know how much time she has left.
That's also a
That's better.
problem.
It's better than busting in through the front door. Which would immediately set off.
Well, I wouldn't want to bust through the front door. The option of going through the front door
Is
is putting
top-
on a facade.
talking our way in.
So
All
we're
right.
gonna go down below then.
If you guys are okay, I just want to reconsider the sewers are still an option. The sewers are always an option.
So we have hijack a shipment maybe to the place, tucking our way into the front door, or going into the cellar.
Do you
How about
think
you guys hijack the
it would
shipment
be-
and Grin and I will go through the bottom.
Yeah,
We're gonna separate.
Well,
This
this
worked before.
Well, do you think it would be a good
What
idea?
could go wrong?
well,
If
I'm not
at least
saying
two
that.
of us, I'm not saying all of us go, but if at least two of us go and the guys with my status
I could
stake out the area,
I could totally go
come
in with
back.
you as your bodyguard,
come back,
and
and
you
then
and you two go in through the sewer.
well, we can try. I'm just concerned. The sewers seems like a pretty straightforward stealth job, but the other
Agreed.
two ideas require a cover and be really risky if your cover was blown.
I'm just really well. My cover can't be blown if I go in saying I'm here to talk to
Right.
Garavantis because we're family and I want to know what he's up to. I hear there's good things happening.
Well, I think I'd rather follow you guys in and back you up than risk splitting us up.
Well, I'm
Where's
just
the
saying.
sense of adventure?
I'm just saying, so that we don't go in blindly. At least two of us go in under that guise,
It would be helpful if some
so
of
that
us
we
were.
can stake it out, possibly get a hold of Alicia, and
It would be better if two of us were
figure it out
waiting and
there.
hiding to
Sure.
receive her.
and maybe Alicia can show us that's where the sewer entrance and exit is, and we can get her to understand that.
All right, meet in the middle.
Well, we'll leave you to it then.
Sounds good.
So you guys
So,
are gonna go to
I'm with
the-
you.
I'm with Nix.
Yeah, we're just going to mosey across the street, I guess. But CC, well, we're still, unless we're going down below. What are we doing?
I'm
Yeah,
already
how
down the
long?
manhole again.
I'll go down the manhole and put the cover back on top.
All right, bodyguard, let's do it.
I'm ready.
Putting on our brave faces.
Okay.
I'm going to casually but with purpose roll up to the two hobgoblins. Afternoon.
Who are you? What do you want?
My name is Asher. I am from House CANNITH, and I will throw my badge. Now see, he's not expecting me, but I just keep hearing such great things about Garavantis that I have to know what wonders is going on.
First roll me, I guess, persuasion. If you want to do deception, either one.
She's genuinely curious, so it would be persuasion. Huh. That's a 10.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me insight as well. You can roll insight if you want to, since you're there.
That is 20.
20.
Yeah, you're both clear that there's immediate concern once you say you want to know what's going on there. They do not like the sound of that at all, as if they don't want people to know what's going on here, perhaps especially other House CANNITH members. But they don't really want anybody to
Right.
know.
Um,
So you can see concern on their faces. One of them turns to the other and says, "Maybe you should go get Gavantis." And so one of them walks inside and says, "Wait here, please."
Indeed. Is there like a history check or something that I need to do to be able to gauge Garavantis' like personality? Or would I just know what kind of person he is?
You know, he's very you remember that, like a lot of House CANNITH people who aren't at the top, including like your mother, he's very much someone who is always trying to better his station and perhaps bending various things he shouldn't be messing with in order to try and find a breakthrough or find a way to better himself. So a few minutes pass by and the door opens with the other guard and following behind him, Garavantis. Like,
Hi.
hello, Azur. To what do I owe this pleasure?
It's always a pleasure.
With probably your passive insight, whatever it is, he does not view it as a pleasure.
Neither does Asher.
I kind of get. I give the hobgoblins a little side eye,
Like family, yeah. They both, yeah. Like working for nobles sucks.
Look at her.
Well, you
Little
know it's always
camaraderie.
a pleasure when family gets together. So I'm just really, really curious about what amazing breakthroughs you have been making in the name of House Cannon.
Don't even pull it. You're here because Jorlana sent you, aren't you? I'm not letting her know what's going on.
You don't even know who I work for half the time anyways.
No, but I know you're loyal to Jorlana.
Why?
Your mother has told me everything.
She's a bitch, though.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Then we agree. You can't trust anything that woman says.
But when it comes to family matters, I do trust your mother.
She doesn't know.
I have no desire for Jorlana to know what I'm up to. If I plan on making waves with Maris, the last thing I need is Jorlana trying to stop me.
You know, I'm in it for me right now. Just like you, I need to make my stake and my claim with whoever I can. Now, I've got claims anywhere.
It was nice to see you, but you're not coming in here.
Maybe I could help you out.
I highly doubt it. You were always the blue sheep of the family.
Ha 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 ha. Yes.
Actually,
Just a real belly laugh.
yeah, and then look at the hobgoblins. Like
they're both like, that was pretty good, boss. It's because she's blue.
Well, I might be able to help you out. Seems how I have been taking up and doing quite well in sorcery. And as far as I know, you have quite the arcane things happening up in there.
Yes, but my mage rights have everything under control. The only way you're getting in here is with a lab coat working. And I doubt I'd hire you.
I feel as though this is being a little racist instead of.
Yeah, there's probably some racism in there. You know, there are a lot of people in the family that aren't fond of the fact that you were born the way you were.
As that's going on, I'm kind of trying to buddy up to the hobgoblin a little bit. Like, at least we're getting paid by the hour. You know,
You couldn't pay me enough to drink places.
you know, it'd be a lot easier if they just let her in.
No, I know nobody really.
You can see he knows enough about what's going on. He doesn't want it getting out there, so he does not agree that they should just let her in. There seems to be some buy-in from the guards. Like, yeah, they're guards, but they seem to feel some ownership of what's going on here.
You know, I know there's not a
like
lot
you got
of.
a good gig going here.
It's a good job.
A lot
You
of
hiring?
people on my side.
Maybe.
But you know, one of these days, I'm going to be at the top, and you will be at the bottom.
He just starts laughing. He doesn't believe that at all. He's like, last I heard about you, you were wanted for murder in the Sky Ward.
And that's been cleared.
Yeah. That'll be the last time you get into trouble with the law.
I can get in trouble with the law right now and cause your murder. By the way, you're starting to piss me off.
He's like, I'll leave this to you. And he just turns around and goes inside the hobgoblin's kind of close rank.
I scowl very deeply. I probably do one of those, like,
All right, so you two, meanwhile, find yourselves in front of the store.
You're just
So
standing
mad.
there looking at
Like,
the door.
what do you want to do?
The hobgoblin will nudge you and say, "Not too late to change teams."
I did ask about a job.
How long have I been sitting down here?
No, I mean this is
Good try,
basically right after you go down, so
Yeah.
that's all kind of going on upstairs. And
Brennan, you know, I'm gonna say we wait. I don't think we're gonna wait.
No, we better get in position, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to that door and try to unlock it.
okay,
The more intel we can gather on this place, the better off they'll be.
Probably not. That's an 8.
an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did not unlock the door.
I'm having a little difficulty, Gurnan, perhaps.
Oh, here. Let me see what I can do, and I'll cast guidance.
Can I give it another
I give you
Sure.
a pat on the back.
dice that won't fail me again? But probably will. Yeah. 16?
All right, you have opened the door.
I think it's open. Should we go ahead?
Unlocked the door anyway.
I'll push it up.
Excellent. Both of you give me Constitution saving throws as thick green grass pours from tiny holes in the stone. Gas.
Oh, gas.
It's a grass
I said
attack.
grass, and I was like, what in the world?
13.
21.
13 and 21.
Yeah.
So you both pass. So thankfully you do not take 16 damage. You only take 8 damage.
I knew it smelled too good in here.
Here, I might have something for that, and I'll cast Goodberry, and I'll pass you 2.
Oh, thank you.
You might want to save these for later.
Well, I eat one right away. Oh, I feel
All right.
full.
So
I'll eat one myself.
you find yourself
And that leaves me with 7 on here.
I will probably try to stealth.
all right. What about you? Are you planning on stealthing
I'll
as
try
well?
to stealth in behind him. I'm in leather armor.
That's a 22.
All right.
Don't do with this. Uh-oh. That's just a 10.
A 10?
10. Can I guide myself?
Not
I
retroactively.
have seen it. Yeah, never mind.
All right, but you find yourselves in a little kind of stairway.
Grinning, making noise.
Not too much. I mean, he's definitely not as quiet as you would like him to be, but
I turn around to him and just.
Stop breathing.
just kind of looking around the corner from where you are, you can see a room, a little bit of a room there. It's very dark up against the walls. There appear to be, you can kind of tell from the light that you do see, it's flatly illuminating the light. You expect it's probably Everbright lanterns. And so they're hanging from the ceiling, it looks like, probably. So like a lot of the centers of the rooms are gonna be really brightly lit, but a very flat light, like a fluorescent light, basically. And so the corners of the rooms are heavily shadowed.
I'm hanging towards the corner.
Sure.
And pointing at the wall, stay along the wall.
Okay. Do you want to head into the?
I'm gonna. Does it look like there's just a corner up there?
Yeah,
I'm
the
just gonna
end
try
of the
to
room.
Glance around.
Sure.
Carefully.
I slink behind Nyx, trying to copy his body language. Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God! All these white coats.
So you see,
Maybe we should try to grab one of them.
4 researchers working at tables. You see on the tables are Warforged heads. You recognize them. These are definitely the heads that you had taken.
Just let him go, Nyx. Just let him go.
The cranial plates are open, and the researchers are kind of tinkering around inside, scribbling notes as they observe like reactions and stuff to things that they're doing. There are 3 tables pushed up against the walls, which you could kind of see, and they don't. I mean, they are fully focused on their work. So you feel like as long as you're not loud, you could probably
Does it
remain
look,
unnoticed.
is that all? Does it look like it's closed into the?
Yeah, there you see a door there and a door there at the south. There's 2 doors.
I go back to confirm with Brennan.
Well, while you do that, maybe I could sneak under those tables on
You-
the far wall.
You do feel like if you killed one of them, the others would notice that.
Hey, did you see any lab coats hanging on the wall or anything?
Give me a perception check.
Well, probably not.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
You were
You
just
did notice.
concerned about
You
those
did
things.
notice one of them isn't wearing her lab coat though.
Okay.
So you can assume there might be somewhere in there is a loose lab coat.
Brennan, see if you can see it. You're
All
a
right.
little smaller. You might be able to.
I'll head along this top wall and I'll
Give
try
me
to-
a stealth check if you're going out there.
All right,
into the-
and I will remember to guide myself this time.
Please quietly.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
So-
All right.
Modified 20,
You're-
25.
You're good. Okay. Roll me that perception. If you want to guide yourself again.
Oh, I think I do.
Another
Another
20.
modified 20, 23.
You do notice alongside
Using the
this
dice tower.
table, you see a lab coat hanging there.
were they full? Were they full size?
It looks
or
like
was
there are some notes by that lab coat as well.
Does it look like full medium human size?
I mean, it looks like it's full sized.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll grab that and fold it up, and I'll pull the note out. But before wasting any time, I'll shuffle back
Okay.
towards Nick's.
I will glance around the corner and get a good look at one of their faces,
Okay.
and then take on that face.
And I'll pass you a hey, look what I found.
With the lab coat is a an ID badge basically of the face of the woman not wearing the lab coat. She's an elf, a half elf. Her name is Lila Moonbroch. It says on the ID thing. Her ID card was with the notes actually, and among the notes it says, "Working with that criminal did get us these 4 Warforged heads, which was at least somewhat useful. Although I really find him very distasteful."
There we can agree upon. Let me see that ID.
Pass it
I'm gonna just put this back on the.
These
Dang.
people have got to stop putting all their confessions in writing, and I'll just fold it up and stuff it back in my shirt.
So they're all. Where was she located at? The one. She's right there.
Yep.
They wouldn't last a day in Boromir.
True.
Can you do a stealth check then?
No. Let's see here.
Well, as long as they're engrossed in their work here, maybe we could make it to the next room and you just take on her face. I think I could get us under those tables while they're working.
A little uneasy with this, but I guess we can give it a shot.
All right. And if I mess up, you kill them all.
That sounds like a good plan. So I'm like trying to hide all my weapons below this lab coat.
All right, you guys are gonna try and sneak out of the room.
Yeah.
Which door are you going out?
Whichever one you want.
The nearer one, I
That one?
guess.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, roll me those stealth checks.
So my disguise then.
I mean,
Me anything?
not at the moment, because I assume you don't want to be seen as her while she's standing right there.
That's true. Oh, there you go. 27.
Okay.
Can I have my 25 back? 9, 13, 18.
All right, so you all sneak around the wall there
Nice job.
and slowly open the door and sneak out. and find yourselves. I'm going to need another stealth check as we enter in another room here.
It's 18.
Okay.
Ooh, 10.
Okay.
Can you get excited and breathe really heavy?
As he's starting to breathe heavy, I'm reaching under the coat.
I trip.
Sorry, man. I'm not.
I almost sneezed.
I'm going to open up a little bit more of this here, actually. So we've got.
Sorry, you gotta go. Can't hold my cover.
Go ahead and bring in, because this is happening about the same time.
Ooh.
I'm very angry. Muttering things about how my family's just worthless. They're all jerks.
You should see Nick's.
Oh, yeah. Nobody can get me down. Or fix someone. That makes us both doing her thing.
That's totally Nix's like chase music.
There's
She's
a
coming
lot
for you.
of
Very similar to the other room. They're the drift, or the they're the ever bright lights on the ceiling, but the walls are in shadow. There are a lot of tables in here and a lot of people in here,
all wearing white clothes.
all wearing white cloaks.
Do I see a table or chair that I can hide under? Are we right up on the table right here?
Yeah, there is a table against the wall there. There's a table against the wall there. There are some.
I'm gonna hide under the one on this bottom wall and try to just get a good angle on the whole room.
So it's engulfed in the sounds of fiery welding tools, screeching blades, crackling firebolts. They're kind of moving back and forth between the tables in there. Yes. There are warforged bodies on the tables. Some of the researchers are operating wielding tools and creating unusually shaped warforged arm blades. Two are holding up tower shields and others are shooting fire bolts at them. And then one person is at a desk, like writing down everything that they're doing.
Okay.
I always wondered how Warforged was made.
Where is he at? The guy sitting on.
That's that guy right there.
I'm going to go over there.
Okay.
Dressed up with that face of the woman.
Sure.
Start biting my nails.
All right. So you basically walk out.
As I'm walking
With
over,
your-
I turn back to her grin and just gat him.
Love it. Okay.
I give you a thumbs up.
I've got the.
And guidance before you leave.
All right. So you walk
Just
up.
ankles.
You
Yeah,
walk up
I
to him.
guide your ankles.
Nobody really gives you a second
Do I see
glance.
his name
See his face.
He apparently is not wearing his lab coat or ID badge right now.
I am going to start censuring him for safety.
He's like, oh, I can't remember. I mean, I was in the bathroom. He points.
How can you come out here without your lab coat on? You know that's against regulation.
He points behind him. I mean, I was in the bathroom. I might have just left it in there. I should.
You better hurry up and go.
Well-
Here, I'll take the notes. Give it here. The boss will be very upset. I'll let this go.
I mean, aren't you
time.
working on those heads that we found?
Look, I finished mine. Just give it over here. Hurry up.
All right. He
He runs to the bathroom.
yeah, he's gonna.
As he does, as he starts, I'm just rolling up and walking away with all those.
All right, he walks into the bathroom.
Where's the bathroom?
Right there. He walked right in there.
Oh wait, in that I'm gonna if nobody's paying attention, try to see if I can.
Yeah,
lock
they're
him
not
in
really.
that. I'm gonna see if I can just try to quietly lock him.
All right, there are two doors.
Oh, double doors to lock. Actually, do I see as he opens the door? Is there anybody else in that bathroom?
Didn't look like there was anybody in there from first glance. But I mean, you can't really. Yeah, and it's really loud out here.
I'm going in.
Okay.
My
I'm
face
out
hurt.
in the
My
toilet.
face
There are
turns
two chambers to this unisex washroom. The northern section has 5 toilet stalls.
Uh-huh.
I'll go ahead and open it up for you.
Is there a lock on the inside of the door?
There is not.
Oh, that's not good.
The northern section has basically 5 toilets.
Yeah.
The southern section has sinks, but it's like grubby tile walls. It smells strongly of urine. The guy is grabbing his
quickly
coat.
ducking into a stall.
He's a pale-skinned human male, thinning black hair, and he's putting his coat on now, and he's got his badge.
I'm gonna go behind.
Time to one shot this.
All right, roll the attack.
Do I get surprised?
Advantage.
Oh,
Oh no. You're guided though.
no, you can't.
Not on an attack roll.
11.
11 will hit. I mean, he's not wearing any armor or anything.
Oh, that's 13.
You killed him.
I drag the body into a stall.
Okay.
And then
There are locks on the stall.
okay, I take his ID as well and roll up his lab coat.
Okay.
Take that. And then I put him in the stall, lock it somehow from the inside, and just slide through the broken door.
Okay. Yeah, you get probably a little urine on your.
I switched that lab coat.
Yeah.
Take the ID off, throw the other lab coat on the other side to make it look like he was rushing in and had to really go to the bathroom. And put him in the new lab coat and then walk back out of the bathroom with all the notes.
Okay.
As
And
the floor slowly fills with blood. I see you walk out and just go, here we go.
Well, no, I put his face on before I walked out.
Yeah, I see you
Yeah.
walk out. Well, oh, yeah, I just see the
The
guy
other
walk
person,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
You-
Oh, I wonder
You're
what
like,
Nix is doing.
yeah, you don't know where Nix is because
It was
he.
slowly. emptying
She's
his
now
coat
wearing.
out.
She's now wearing a thing that says Hugo Derry, Hugoh, and last name Derry, Darrey.
Who was the other one? The girl.
Yeah, she was.
Lila Moonbarch.
Yes, Lila Moonbroach.
Moonbroach.
LYLAMOONBROCH.
I really squint at you, and then I go,
I wink.
So, meanwhile, this noble comes walking back very angrily. He walks right by where you're under the table and walks in that door, and then
He may come back with all the signs just gone.
Good.
Seeing
He
him.
deserves
Seeing
it.
him.
so
gone.
at this point,
As you're
you all
walking
have
away.
basically
I'm like, no, we're done with this. We're blowing this place up. It's going to go explodey.
I'm going to journey over towards where those stairs are. Just
I'm
look
going to
around
cast
and
all the spells and hope I get a one.
these stairs here in the center.
I'm not going up them. Just trying to see what's in that.
Yeah. Well, you can see above you is a balcony that it looks like those stairs kind of connect to that look over the room. And there's ceiling lower kind of right above you in this area here by the stairs. So basically there's ceiling there, but then there's balcony overlooking the work area. So it looks like that leads up into that. But you also remember from being in this room that the ceiling wasn't as high as, so there's probably rooms in this area as well.
What do I see in this direction?
I mean, wall.
Yeah, this is the end of it?
Yeah.
Okay. And is this the
See.
storage door or the shipping doors over here?
Well, you can't. you're not sure what's. I mean, based on what you remember, the shipping doors were probably in this area. So yeah, that's probably.
Do I feel like I could slip past these guys?
If you roll a good stealth check.
But there's nothing going on down here.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna hang out where I am.
What would you all like to do?
You want to go down to the sewers? Azure's just really mad right now. She's irate.
Now you, of course, have
She's
no
probably
idea
stomping
what's
and
going on
raging
inside.
somewhere.
So
Well, we don't know what their progress is. I would hate to blow their cover.
Agree. I mean, like our options are go down into the sewers, like expecting to meet them, be like, well, that plan was a bust. Let's go. You know, I think we could do that,
Or case the shipping doors
Mhm.
and
Because Azure's also like making plans to destroy this place.
well,
From the inside.
it might make
She's like, I want to get in. He said, I can't get in unless I have a lab coat. So guess what? I'm gonna get me a lab coat.
if they're trying to go in stealthily through the sewers, I would definitely ruin that in my heavy armor.
I would definitely ruin
So we could go over to the shipping doors. And
Shipping
see
doors
what's going
and-
on over there.
yeah, we can do that. We can check that out.
all right.
You're just gonna have to talk right now while we're going that way. She's like, did you see how he talked to you? Everyone talks to me that way. They're such assholes.
Obviously, you need a Snickers. You're not yourself. Have a Snickers.
Thank you.
Do you feel better now?
All right. So
Product placement Snickers.
you all are outside the shipping doors here. What would you like to do? There is a chain going through both with a lock in the center.
I am not a thief.
Neither am I,
And
but
seeing this, Azure's first instinct is, I'm a firebolt it.
I can try to break it.
Which do you think is less noisy, I suppose?
Fiery explosion versus metally breaking. Ladies first.
I'm a firebolt it.
Okay.
You do
It's
seem like
noisy.
you still have a little bit of anger to get rid of, so
Oh, there's more than a little there.
why don't you go ahead and do that if you'd like?
15 to attack.
All right. You'll hit.
That one. That's a 9.
9. Okay. Let's see.
Go preach.
Oh, yeah.
The door flies open and people run out.
You feel like you did some damage to it, but it's still holding together.
That makes me mad. I'm gonna step aside and be like, finish it.
It's white hot.
All right. We'll give it a swipe with the greatsword.
Okay.
Got my thieves' tools right here.
7.
I mean, you kind of clang on the side of it.
Do you want me to go again?
No.
Okay. You getting angry at this place too?
Imagine Nixus just walking, listening to this door just bang, bang, bang.
Well, these noises would be happening everywhere.
Well, and it's
Yeah,
loud in
nobody
there.
can hear
It's
that
loud in there.
area.
This is happening basically as you're coming out of the bathroom.
I'll give it another whack.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. You. You get a good swing on it.
13.
All right, you break the lock.
Are you as mad at this place as I am?
Not as much
Just
now.
take it down.
So the chain is off.
I mean, the chain's still on. The lock is off
Lock
the
is off.
chains. Yes.
Take the chain off.
Okay.
Before we
Keep the
just
chain.
Okay.
randomly open the door, can we hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh.
That's it. I'm just so
No,
mad.
You don't hear anything really. It's
Curse tonight.
We good to go?
We're great to go.
So it's like a garage
a
door.
sliding garage. Yeah, basically. Sliding one of them up. Which one?
Ready?
Do you want to each go to one and each slide one up?
Yeah, I'll just help.
Right, right's always right, so I'll do the right one.
Okay.
Okay.
I recommend you hide behind risk.
No, I'm ready to go.
Just tell me what I would do.
And Nix is going to get her outcome that she wants, anyways.
Mass chaos.
Yes.
Mass murder.
They
Little
took her
column
head.
A, little column B.
All right. So you slide that open.
Mostly column B.
You see two hobgoblins kind of lounging around. They see you. They hop up and they put their weapons out. Halt.
Delivery.
No delivery scheduled, and we have the key.
Weird.
Let
I
me
have the lock.
let me look as I draw my glaive.
They're like, now, of course, we could pretend we never saw you. The other was like, yeah, we could. I mean, if they made it
5 gold
worth
apiece
our
sound.
while, double it.
10 gold apiece.
We don't see anyone. Have those doors open.
Throw it out the back.
Yeah, I'm gonna just set it right there for him and waltz in.
Outside.
Okay, yeah, they go and pick up the gold.
Shut the door behind us.
And down it goes.
Yeah, you put the gold outside.
Be like, you boys stay out there and do outstanding work.
Unfortunately, you took the lock with you.
What about the lock?
I know.
So you've got a doorway here, and then doorways there, and you can kind of see into that area there, and you see basically what they saw before. A lot of people working past the
really
things.
noisy.
It's really noisy. I mean, they're pretty far away from you, and it's definitely shadowed in between.
Is there like any lab coats or anything, or maybe like a cloak or something?
In
the
where you
liqueur?
are?
Yeah,
Um,
'cause I'm blue, and I've already. What's his name? If I don't want to just wander in there.
Maybe we should.
you do not see any thing. You don't see any lab coats in here. You do see a doorway there. You could try.
Maybe we should hang out here for a minute. If they have been successful in coming in,
Nix, give me a perception check.
we would probably soon know it.
Can I try?
No, they're too
and
far away from you.
Luckily, right now,
Yeah, you
nobody
didn't-
knows
you didn't
where
really
nobody
notice them
knows where
come
we
in
are.
and-
So let's
busy
try not to make
Yeah.
ourselves
I
known.
mean, I'm mad, but I'm not going to be that stupid.
So let's try to hang out here.
You want to truck in that door to the area we can't see into?
Yeah, if we open a door and there's somebody back there, then we give up our position.
It's true.
Maybe we should just hang here. Because these two guards were just lounging, so obviously they're not expecting a delivery, so that they're thinking this back door is going to be.
Ooh. There's a delivery log.
Give me a
ledger.
investigation.
A ledger. I'll investigate. And
Investigation.
15.
Gotta find it.
15?
9.
15.
You do find one, and it looks like there's not a shipment due the rest of the day. They're pretty much done, and the last shipment has already been distributed, and so they were just kind of like hanging out. And
Yes.
nobody is probably
Nobody probably knows going to come back here. They're just this is a kind of a
A good hangout, chill out spot for
and
right
watch
now.
for
Can
any.
we see out those 2
When
doors?
our friends cause a
Yes.
commotion.
How about you keep a watch because I'm blue
Yeah,
and short,
yeah.
and try and see if you can't recognize our friends. I know Nyx is going to be a little difficult to spot, but I'm sure we know her habits well enough.
I'm just looking for the trail of people.
By looking at heads or carrying around heads or
Yes.
Nick's forgot to do that.
no, that's in there. You guys haven't been in there yet.
typical
No, I know.
mixed behaviors.
Yeah. I'm sure we can, probably not point out, but. tell
Meanwhile,
that
Nix, what are
somebody's
you doing? You're unaware that they've entered in.
weirdly-
Since nobody's really noticing me.
No.
I'm gonna walk over to the stairs and go up the stairs.
Because I'm blue.
Well, do you know that it's?
I'm not.
I don't know. If
I mean,
can
you
see
know
him.
where
He did
know
wink-
where
did
he
wink-
is,
He did wink at me.
Yeah.
but
Looking before I go up the stairs, I look over at Grenna and
I point at these two while making eye contact with you and wave my
okay.
hand
I walk over to them and start talking to them.
and
they're like, takes while you're talking to us, man. We're trying to shoot firebolt at this thing.
Well, how are you taking notes and shooting fire?
No, you're supposed to be taking notes. Why aren't you at your desk?
and while they're
Well,
arguing,
All right, roll me. Go ahead and roll me a stealth at advantage.
And I guess I'm observing the room.
13, 14, 19.
All right. So, you kind of come around over into here, like
yeah.
into
Well,
this room over
I
here,
have the best
What I'm
perception.
intending to do is try to just make my way
towards the stairs.
Well, towards. I was
1 +
thinking
3.
to go towards where I saw
You see,
the
Nyx
shipping.
is like
doors.
pointing towards.
Oh, you want to go check out the
But
shipping doors?
if
We're in the
Nyx is
same boat.
pointing towards the
pointing,
stairs,
like,
Yeah.
he's going by, like one of my hands is pointing towards the stairs.
yeah, I'll go towards the stairs where Nyx is pointing while also
think I'm just
trying to
trying to,
just
like, find
scan
something
the room and take everything.
All right,
there.
I'm gonna need another stealth check to get to the stairs if you want. I mean, as long as you're at the wall, you're good on that last stealth check. If you're heading out towards the stairs, you'll need a new one.
Do I see the way to the shipping doors at all?
I mean, yeah, you see the room.
Is
That
this just
it's kind of open, but
Okay.
Am I seeing any of these like hand signals?
no.
Do I see them?
Probably not, because I assume they're not like trying to be out in the open.
I'm staying
All
more
right.
like
So
Well, I
they're
do-
back towards the shipping door. You'd have to actually look into the room
Yeah.
to see them.
I do want to keep trying to size the place up, so I'll look back at you and just go 1 second, and then I'll try to peek into that room.
All right. When you
Because I
do,
wanna
you do
what's going
see
on.
Grisk and Azur.
Okay. Very quietly, I'll just whisper, "Hey, found you."
Leave.
Why there?
I'll point back to the head of the lab and say, "Guys, that's Nyx. I think she wants us to get upstairs."
I can't go out there.
All right, well, I'm going upstairs. Good to see you.
Clank.
Give me
clank,
something.
clank, clank.
To cover up with.
Maybe I can find you guys some lab coats. Do I see? Do I
Clank,
see maybe?
clank.
You do not currently see, although there is a nice room right there that you haven't
Yeah,
checked
okay.
out at all. Like you
All right, have you guys been in there? All right, well, maybe we should check that out. And if they're worried about hiding, I'll go and try and peek into the just barely open.
I would have
door.
been in there.
all right.
Okay, Chris is opening it.
It's a storage hallway. It looks like it's filled with a bunch of boxes.
I start prying open the first box.
Insight checks.
Seven.
Yeah, that's
Well.
eight.
All right. They're kind of big boxes. That's all you really.
These boxes are huge.
They are all kind of like, I mean, they're shut and appear to
Okay.
be sealed together somehow. They're wooden
Okay.
crates, but I mean,
I wave Grisk over. You can pry one of these open. But quietly.
As quietly as I can. Try to.
all right, give me a strength check.
Guidance.
Strength,
I'm casting guidance on you.
That's saving throw. 13.
This isn't a saving throw; it's a strength check.
Strength check. 16.
Okay, yeah, you're able to pry open one. It's filled with wood shavings and a warforged corpse. It's missing a leg and an arm. You immediately get flashbacks to the war. You feel like this warforged was killed in the last war. Like you saw many strewn about battlefields that looked much like this.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
all right.
Why are our name here?
Yeah, it came down just as I was getting off the interstate. Hey, if not a scientist, maybe you could disguise yourself as one of the warforged.
If the
You've glanced into
Warforged-
the room. The warforged are all on tables being taken
Yeah.
apart.
They're not walking around.
They're
here.
not walking around.
From what I can tell.
Maybe we
most of
fixed
them
one.
And I'm not doing that
came
anyway.
to life.
All right.
Either way, I'm not doing that.
All right. Well, let's try the next box.
Sure. Yeah, it's similar. This one's missing both legs. However, at like one at around where the knee is, and one a little higher up.
And all the boxes are the same size.
Yeah.
Any lab coats hanging on the wall? Or
No.
anything? All right.
At what point does your PTSD completely kick in and you go to a different place?
It's getting there. You know, we could possibly set a diversion
I was just thinking of that.
by setting a fire.
Like fire.
While they're doing that, can Nick just be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm gonna go back to my station. I'm
Sure.
sorry, I just wanted to quickly chat with you guys, and I'm gonna go that way, but then go up the stairs."
All right.
I got business.
When I set this fire, we better be prepared to.
You gotta book it upstairs. I still look blue.
Yeah, and
It's a pretty color of blue.
I know. Why does he gotta be so mean?
Because he's a jerk.
They're all jerks.
Maybe his ex was a blue, and
I really highly doubt that. As far as I know, I'm the only blue me there is in this godforsaken family.
well, hopefully he wasn't dating somebody in the family.
so where do you want to set this fire?
I want
Right down here.
something to cover up with first.
I didn't find anything.
So you come up. There's balcony. You notice a
So what do you think about something
dude
like
kind
that?
of taking a break, looking down at the
I said all the way in the back.
at the thing. There are definitely there's a doorway over here that
Mhm.
leads into rooms, and there's like kind of goes up and into another level where there are rooms, and then it opens up to the lab that you just saw right down there.
Down this way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk over to him like I know what I'm doing
Mhm.
and
All
saying,
the way in the back.
"What are you doing?
I'm
Taking
talking
a
about
break?
right here.
You know we're not supposed to take breaks. We
4:45.
got a schedule to keep."
But, like,
Oh,
we can
it's-
be in
I work the
warehouse
overnight
probably.
shift. I'm off for another few hours.
Well, then what are you doing here? You know, you should get some sleep. You can't be tired and work. Accidents are going to happen.
I mean, Hugo, there's no problem. I assure you, everything's fine.
That's what they
Clearly,
said.
so get
That's
Gavant
what they
with
said. Last lab I was in, some guy said that his
Garrett-
head was gone the next day.
Garavantis said Clearwell Warforged head, right? You know.
Yes, but if it was yours, I'd be very upset. So you should probably go home.
Well, I mean, I have to be back in a couple hours, so I figured I'd just get here a little early. You know what? I'm just gonna go into the cafeteria. I'll see you for my shift.
Well, I feel bad, sir. I just say, okay, well, I'll see you later. Then.
And then he goes up to the doors over here, kind of goes up some stairs and goes in there.
I'm gonna those doors that
There's-
he was saying in front of.
There's doors here.
I'll just go through those.
All
Assuming
right.
they're open. Are they locked?
They are not.
I will just push through them like I
Yeah.
know what I'm doing.
Excellent.
Could be sushi.
Oh, that's
Do you want to try?
What's that sitting in there? Is that not supposed to be there? Or is that supposed to?
Oh, it's supposed to be there.
Okay.
It's like gas station sushi.
Hugo. Don't mind me. Just came down here for a quick. Kind of got turned around. I'm heading back to my. It's a gnome.
Yeah.
She seems like she was not expecting anyone to walk in here.
Is she wearing?
She's
any ribbon?
no, she does not have any ribbon on, but she has a very large bag. That looks like it's stuffed with things that she is kind of trying to keep out of your sight. Totally. I'm gonna get back to.
Walking a little closer. I'm just gonna. Alicia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get back to working on the personnel records. Don't mind me.
Did she respond to that when I said her name?
Yeah, she assumed that you.
Okay, Alicia. No, Alicia. We need to talk about something. You sent me a letter earlier today.
No, Hugo. I
quickly drop Hugo's face, and then show her the letter.
She looks around. She looks at the letter. She's like, "That's not my handwriting."
Well, that's a shame. And I quickly put Hugo's face back up.
She's like, but I think I know who you are. Cavill. Cavill had recently reached out, but I haven't done anything about it yet. I was trying to finish this job first. Of course, I might have bit off a little bit more than I could chew. Actually,
well, you know what? Let me help you out with that. And I reach over and just grab the bag and be like, you can get this from me later. It's like I say.
Oh, she does not like. She definitely moves it out of the way before you can grab it.
Can I try to quickly grab it?
You can try. Sleight of hand.
We're gonna beat that one. 10.
Oh yeah, she's up over like 19.
Crafty one that
Yeah.
way.
So
Get a sense of what was in the bag.
yeah, it's definitely papers.
Are there other papers in here?
Yeah, there are tons. It's a library. It's so it basically it looks like this is the research repository. Kind of a cross between an academic reference library and an organized collection of research notes.
Okay.
Well,
I will let her go and tell her I'll catch up with you later. We need to see you about something.
She's like, well, actually, I really do kind of need to get out of here. I think I've overstayed my welcome. While this note is clearly a trap, and someone is trying to set both you and probably me up. I wouldn't be shocked if it was Boromars. From what I know about you all, and I think they might be on to something that I'm working on. But you know the best way to spring a trap is just spring the trap.
Yep. But before that, I head over to the shelves and look for some like interesting pieces of reading.
She's like, anything in particular you're looking for?
When you think about what they're doing here.
Oh, well, she kind of taps her bag. She's like, I've got a lot of that.
Gnome paradise.
What is
House CANNITH making?
What are they known for?
They were the ones that created the Warforged.
Okay. I will find any note.
A lot of weapons, a lot of magic items
I will
are are them.
I just asked for anything on the magic items. Weapons.
She kind of points you over to a section.
I mosey on over there, grab a couple items on
Also,
the shelves.
a lot of mending.
Yeah.
Anything on that too. I just grab what
Yeah.
I can and hold. And I tell her, well, what do you want to do after I fill up my sack as much as
She's
I can?
like, now the problem is, if you leave by the front door, the guards check your bag before you go.
Well,
So
I
we'll
never
have to
leave
find a
by the front
different way out.
I never leave by the front door.
Well,
I
we
left.
paid off the
I never leave by the front door anyways. That's so passe. And then I tell her, well, let me go check if the coast is clear. And
Oh, so did you guys secure this exit? You're telling me that you paid off the guards.
I gave the guards that were here 10 gold apiece,
was there
and I
anything else
set
in
it
that room,
outside.
by the way?
I
I
don't
mean,
know if they're
there's
still out there.
I mean, like exits, entrances.
there's doorways here.
I asked her what
Yeah.
through those doors.
Oh, that's the personnel records. ID information.
I tell her, okay, I'll be back in a sec. Is there anybody else in there?
Yeah, there is a guard in the southeast corner taking a nap, but if you're quiet, you should be fine.
I will do that. I tell her I may need your help on this.
Sure.
Okay.
If we can be quick.
Yeah, we'll make it really quick.
All right.
You want to roll stealth?
Yep.
17.
All right.
2 sticks together.
I'm gonna go in there and grab personal. Can I find what's the thing's file? Yeah, your stuff.
Just you find give yeah. Go ahead and all right, yeah, it doesn't have anything to make you roll for it or anything. It looks like it's just if you get up here and nobody has any idea that you're around.
Yeah.
You do find Chief Artificer Garavantis to CANNITH's personal records. You have a pre-signed stationery, sealing wax, a sealing stamp, his identification card.
No, I'm just taking everything. I'm going to town here.
You're gonna be careful.
You do notice that he has full access into House CANNITH South social events and research labs, but he doesn't have any clearance to top secret CANNITH South research projects besides the one he is illegally conducting here, and that he is only allied with CANNITH South, not East or West.
I will take all of that, and I will grab a few other random personnel files on the way out the door, grabbing as many ID badges
Sure.
as possible.
Excellent.
And then I will tell Alicia.
Alicia Lund.
Miss
Lund.
Lund, I will let me go check, and I will go out that other door.
So you
Really, guys,
head back down
feeling
over here.
Actually,
we're on top.
no, I've already looked. I was going to ask what's through that.
She says the cafeteria. There's about 20 people in there right now.
I won't go
Hobgoblins and
Okay.
lab people.
Yeah, I won't go through that.
All right. So
Do I see anything out there, or is it empty still?
This is for me, which is
when you head back out, the balcony is currently empty.
All right.
It doesn't look like there's been any real notice of anything.
I wave to
I'll
her
let
to
you
go out.
dangerous.
Okay.
I go in front of her down the stairs.
Okay.
Head towards the back door,
Sure. All right. So back down to
while looking around to make sure no one's
Setting
seeing
a
me.
fire.
yeah.
Hold on, I got
did
this.
light the-
Hold on, I got.
can turn
Hold
it
on.
up.
I've got this.
Was it 20 by 20?
from explosions.
All right. So
I'm gonna tell her to stay a little bit behind me. I go towards the back door area.
so as you come in, oh, Hugo, Alicia.
Oh yes.
And she's like, "Oh, Johnny, hey." He's like, "Oh man, it's been a busy day. I don't know if I could stand behind another firebolt with one of those shields." Whew. Oh, so what are you all doing tonight?
Well, probably going for drinks later.
Oh yeah, no, I'd love to join you for drinks. That sounds awesome. Alicia, are you going? Johnny,
Johnny, is she leading you on again?
not really gonna be. I mean, look at me. I'm a gnome. I can't hold very much alcohol. You know that, Johnny. Come on. So he comes right up. He's basically like he puts his arm around you and kind of his other arm on her shoulder, and she's like, I want to stab this guy, but she's like cannot blow cover.
Is he like staring right at her the whole time?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I turn to her and I just wing, like the go with this swing. I got this covered wing. And
She looks like she's worried that you're gonna blow her cover. Like she's like, don't do anything. She kind of gives you the do not do anything too dangerous look.
Yeah. No, Johnny, I mean, I turn to Johnny and be like, Leash, tell me how much she liked you. I mean, don't let her ease up. You know? She does like you.
She puts on kind of a shy face. She's like, you see in her eyes like if this goes badly, I will kill you. But the rest of her, which all Johnny sees, is like this shy demure, like, oh, it's so true.
You just need to show some. I need to like calm this very quiet. You need to show some confidence. That's what she likes, a confident man.
He's like, Alicia, you will be going out to drinks with me tonight.
And I'm like,
she's like, well, then I need to go right now and get ready because this is too important. You just go back to work and we'll see each other tonight. And he's like, and he shuffles off.
And I just continue on like I didn't just get her date.
She's like, I hope I never have to see him again.
Well, that's okay. If it doesn't work out, I'll just show up in your place and take care of the matter. Or you might just do that anyway.
So
do I see them in the? It's like
as there's kind of in the doorway of the storage room.
And I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Let's go.
Are you setting a fire? Do you have fire setting equipment?
I have fire bolts.
I have an idea. And I'll pull some of the straw out from the bottom of the crate.
And she's like, what are you all doing?
And,
you're going to blow my cover. Let's just go.
I'll start a little trail of straw from the boxes in the storage room out to us at the door.
What are you doing? What are you even doing?
Is there anybody out? Was there anybody here when you got here?
Yes.
Where are they?
There's 2 hobgoblins outside.
Outside?
We'll go outside and distract them. Unless you want me to
I pull out
distract
my
them
blade.
and I
can
pull
do
out
that.
my shorts.
Wait, didn't you tell me you paid those guys off?
I
She-
paid them to let us.
She does kind of look at you two though and gives like a, by the way, Lund. Alicia Lund. But she starts grabbing the straw and putting it back in like, but this isn't necessary.
Well, you realize we can kill them and get our gold back. Our gold, I mean.
Yeah, but then we'd have to kill somebody. Oh, and by the way, Barry,
They're hobgoblins. And they're outside, so they're probably going to blow
I'm
up.
still like, are we ready to go?
All right,
we're trying to be undercover.
Hi guys.
open the door.
All right.
Open the back door.
They are gone.
Okay.
Oh, good. I go running out.
And
When I tell
I'll go
Alicia,
out and
We'll
then be
slip
like,
away.
door
I
shut
tell
when we-
Alicia Lund to follow. We need her help.
She's following.
And
I'm
we're
gonna shut that door.
in front of and behind her, so she does not try to slip away.
She's a gnome. She's a shifty sort.
I'm
So-
keeping a close eye
I'm
on her.
slightly mad
Tie
that
a
we
rope to
did.
her.
You no, she's not trying to get away. She's going with you.
Okay.
She's excited to get out with her huge bag of
I
things.
am
I'm
mixed that we
excited to
did
get out
not
with
blow
this
it up.
bag of things too.
I am surprised we got out with a big bag of things.
So you all come out kind of into an alleyway. You kind of go around the corner, come out an alleyway, and then up ahead,
Oh look, we're in an alley.
Always end up in that.
You see five. You see 5 halflings,
Oh, good.
and you hear, "Looky here!
Oh,
I
this is
did it.
people for me to release
I
my
snared
country.
2 birds in one net." The shrill voice squawks. "Don't you know it's rude to steal a woman's mail? This is payback for the Boromar Ball. Get him, boys!" And then she pulls out a little kind of like a ukulele, like a small little guitar thing. She plays a little tune, and all of a sudden, fog cloud.
Well, I'm just gonna yell into this flat. He was mine to begin with. I didn't steal him from you.
Roll for initiative. Mail, M-A-I-L. Woo! Somebody's ready to kill you all.
No, you're continuing with these. Well, at least that wasn't your wild magic.
I might use that for my wild magic dice.
Never
Because
mind.
Azur's still mad that she didn't get to blow the place up.
You might get your height back.
That'd be great. I don't know if that's a thing.
I could probably survive a fireball at this point.
I don't think I could.
I can regain extended sorcery points. That's awesome.
2.
Oh, I can.
You can roll me back.
But I gotta roll like a 93 or a 94.
Yes, you rolled a 98.
I did roll a 98 yesterday. I almost got my sorcery points back. Yeah. So they're not as ready for this, but she is. Next, what do you got?
11.
Brisk.
8.
Brennan.
16.
Azair.
0.
All right.
-1, baby.
All right. So there's our initiative.
I'm busy fuming in the background. No.
And all right. So oh man. All right. So I need all of you to give me a Constitution saving throw. What was great for us yesterday is not so great when you're on the receiving end.
17.
25.
Okay.
5.
Fail.
8.
Fail. So you both succeeded and we'll just take half. You both failed and we'll take full.
Here comes 3d8s.
Oh, I did not roll great. So it's 12 if you failed, 6 if you succeeded. Thunder damage.
Down to 5.
And Brennan, it's your turn. Give me a perception check.
Perception. Can I guide myself?
That would be your action.
Nope. That's 9.
9. You definitely feel like you heard something running around the corner, like maybe one of them left.
This corner.
Yeah, but you can't really see beyond that corner, obviously, from where you are. So you're not sure, but you feel like maybe there aren't as many thugs under there as there were before. Like maybe one went to get reinforcement, so you probably want to hurry with this. And also because you're a weak party, since Carolyn's not here, I had to get rid of that.
I'll just say they're either getting away or coming back with more. Either way, we got to make this quick. I would like to give Grisk and Azure 2 good berries each.
Okay,
So
that's
I'll
fine.
hand
That's
that
interact with object.
And then
What's that give me?
It's
each one is 4.
you can eat one as an action, and it's a hit point.
But with my Disciple of Life,
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
one is
So
worth 4?
it will be worth 4 hit points.
As an action.
It is an action
to consume.
to eat it or to feed one to somebody else.
So, in the interest of making this quick, I will cast Bless as a 2nd level spell on all 4 of us.
The D4.
And that's attacks and saves.
Okay. I needed that.
Tell me about it.
All right. Okay. That means it is Nyx's turn.
Nick said, quick, you said, right? How far would it? How far is that?
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will get you to there.
She'll get there. She will bonus
Oh.
action dash.
Let's get Artemis out of here. Because I had created this before. I knew she wasn't here.
So this move me the full 30, I guess.
Okay.
And then bonus action dash down and around the corner.
How far?
30.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
And then she will chuck a potion of greater healing.
Okay.
Another crap roll.
See if meanwhile I guess I should see if how she did with the shatter. She failed.
Oh, Alicia.
Mm-hmm. So she's not looking, I mean, she's definitely hurting. Not quite bloodied, but definitely hurting.
Do I see that anybody's bloodied? Is everybody bloodied?
The bloody person right for it. Yeah.
All right.
So there's no enemies right beside us.
No, there you saw them right before she played a little and a fog cloud surrounded them.
And that was over here.
That was where the fog cloud is. And she was up 20 feet. She was like, the thugs were on the ground, but she was like on a balcony thing. So she's about 20 feet in the air, but it's from the top of her to the street is covered in fog cloud.
And I saw Nyx run that way.
Yes.
I'll follow Nyx. I guess that's a double move.
You're gonna double move up
30 and 30.
Okay. All right. That it?
Yes.
So this guy pops out and grinning, he's shooting at you. He misses, and then he moves back into the. But then you hear him saying, "Someone went up there." So this one pops out right there, and odds evens. Next, he shoots at you.
You could attack it.
That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that.
Okay. So crossbow bolt comes at you for 5 piercing damage. Then he ducks back in. And the last one pops out here. And 1, 2 for Azur, 3, 4 for Grennan, 5, 6 for Alicia. He's shooting at Alicia. He misses her. And then he pops back in. And Azera, it's your turn.
Magic missile never misses.
That's correct.
Does that count for if I shoot it into mysterious fog clouds?
auto hit no
It's-
matter what.
Do you need to be able to
You
see?
might need to be able to
Yeah.
see who you're attacking.
Pretty much all my spells are sight.
Yeah.
We need to run up there and fireball them.
I don't have that.
If you had fireball, you could fireball the spot. I mean, that's what she did. She just shattered the spot. So she could stay in the thing. And
I think maybe a thunder wave will get rid of that nonsense.
It's a concentration spell.
It would move things 10 feet.
It would push them all out of it.
This is true.
Or you could run and join us.
You can also use Thunderwave to move an object that weighs like less than 10 pounds or something in feet. I don't know if the fog would qualify.
I'm going to look at the spell real quick and see if it can be moved that way.
Wave of thunder and sport sweeps out from you. Each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from you. Must
Yeah, you would have to move up
save.
towards them.
A failed save, thunder damage, successful creature takes half. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away. I will move up.
All right.
Thunder wave. I've got 30 feet
Yeah.
of movement.
So do you want to move
How far away?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25? You can move into it if you wanted. Right now, this is 25 feet, so you could go and be partway into it. You wouldn't be able to see in there, but you could then cast it.
That's what I would do if I were you.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll take one more.
You want to go like
Step
right
in.
there, or
No,
Then
I'm
do it
gonna
there.
step into it and.
Well, there.
thunder
yeah?
wave.
But do you want to be where I have you,
Right in the
or
middle.
right
Yeah.
there? Yeah, in the middle. Okay,
As much middle as I can
sure.
possibly
All right.
get.
So what is it? It's 15 foot.
It is a 15-foot cube originating from.
Yep. Okay.
And it's 2d8. Well, it's a Constitution save, and my DC is 13.
All right.
I could. Yeah, I'll test it at second level.
All right. So one of them saved, two of them did not. It doesn't reach her because she's 20 feet up. But it will also move the fog. So
And I cast that at second level. So it's 5d1. 3d8. That's 7. And 16.
so 16 for the ones that
total.
failed.
Yeah.
So you kill two of them.
And then wild.
Yep. Roll that
Yeah.
d20.
Nope.
Okay.
14.
All right, and then let me see. I'm gonna.
I am hurting.
All right, so 10 feet. It's gonna be basically more than that. Then reveal. And 10 feet. So, it pushed back 10 feet. So that dude that's right there, he now looks like he's not feeling very good. And you can see him kind of right in front of you. But you heard two of them with what was clearly death rattles. All right. At this point, right as that guy becomes clear, Alicia pulls out a hand crossbow
Help.
and takes a shot at the dude remaining. Oh yeah. So he dies because her minimum will kill him.
Oh, so she just killed her own guy.
No.
No.
Oh no, that's
she
Alicia.
killed her.
Alicia, yeah.
Sorry.
Alicia shoots that thug there. All right.
Thank you.
And then, all right. You know what? I'm going to try it. We'll see what happens. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to upcast it too.
Oh, good. He's gonna overkill. That'll be great.
So, 5. Yes, so 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everything's gonna be okay.
All right, so I'll just do this twice. Okay, 10, 16, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. All right, how many hit points do you have right now?
14.
How many hit points do you have right now?
6.
Okay, you're asleep. So that leaves me with 30. You have 14. Well, it's between you and Alicia still. She's in this too. She has 15.
Yeah,
So I get all 3 of you though, because I had 30 left, and so there was still one. So Alicia, Grinnan, and Azair are all asleep.
Save on sleep.
Nope. Upcasting that and rolling 2 8s
And that breaks my concentration.
made that work.
On
The bless is gone. No, they're around the corner. Grinning.
Snore, snore, snore.
All right, Nyx.
I turn to the captain. They're not coming out. I think sadly we have to go back in.
They were supposed to be right behind us.
Yeah. I will.
They did kill all the thugs, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Did you not hear my
Well,
thunder
I
wave?
will go.
we did hear the thunder wave.
And you saw the fog cloud move a little bit out. Yeah, you saw that. And you heard 2 of them like.
I'm gonna go in there into that fog.
You're going into the fog?
Is it, how far away is it? 30?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will get you right there.
Bonus action dash.
Okay. You can't see anything.
Actually, no. She's up high. I can't hit her with sword attack. So
Yeah, you remember that she was 20 feet up.
I will then move. I was gonna move.
So
Then
you're
I
at 30
wouldn't-
feet right now.
Yeah. Can I
Or
move
actually, I think
this
you were
way?
one further with 30 feet. So
Yeah.
you're 30 feet right now. So you can see now all 3 of them asleep, like unconscious on the ground.
I'm gonna yell back at Chris. They're asleep on the job, and then I'm going to shoot up at her. All right, I will try to shoot at her.
All right, disadvantage.
Not really. No, that's a 19.
A 19?
No, sorry, a 9.
Oh,
I wanted to
I was like,
add-
yeah, you're going to hit it.
No.
No, a 9 will miss.
And then I will. Does it look like I didn't hide anywhere?
In the fog.
Yeah, you could go in the fog and hide.
Then I will just. How far is the fog out?
It's basically a 20-foot or so cube.
Okay, I will then move into the fog, but right underneath where she is. If she's up on a balcony,
Sure.
If I can move underneath her, I will.
Okay.
So that she can't see.
Well, she can't see. You don't think she can see in the
So I
fog
just
either.
run underneath the
Yeah.
balcony.
All right. Grisk.
Question. So my effective height is 1 square.
Right.
So 5 feet. So my reach would be 10,
15. Yeah.
She's 20 feet.
She's 20 feet up.
With lunge attack, I can extend my reach 5 feet to my reach. So my reach would be 15 feet.
Although it's 15 feet from where you
Also,
are, right?
It's
So
also diagonal.
right, but it would go up to 15 feet.
Well, because
it's still, but it can't. I mean, it
doesn't include the square I'm in.
You can standing.
it does include the square you're in, though.
You can standing jump your strength modifier.
If I'm looking at it linearly,
right,
the square I'm in is the square I'm in,
right, and so
Also-
you
also
get 15 feet away.
which would be 3 squares away.
No, 5, 10, 50, right, 3 squares away, but she's 20 feet away. She's that 4th square away.
Can you run like jump?
You can
do it?
you can standing jump your strength modifier.
Which would get you up there.
Is that +3?
That'd be.
He'd be 2
18.
feet short. Yeah.
Can you throw anything? You have a crossbow, right?
I do have a crossbow. I will advance 30 feet.
Okay.
I'll take a shot in there with a crossbow.
Okay.
10.
With a D13.
Oh,
Oh wait.
Because it's dexterity.
I forgot about that.
As there, you're asleep. So is Alicia. Ingrid.
Oh, sleepy sheepy.
Would have been such a good time for that bless.
So, trying to think if Liam, I guess from where you are, you would kind of see her poke her head out over the balcony, just kind of seeing where you all have moved to, and pops back in. And she sees that all 3 of them are asleep. She didn't really see you where you were, and she doesn't see Nyx. So she's like, guess I'm going to kill the sleeping ones. This is going to wake you up if it doesn't knock you out, though.
Sure.
But she doesn't see anything else to do. Well, she does see one other thing she could do. She's not going to do that. So she's going to do this instead. But I can't get all 3 of you. So Grinnin and Alicia are going to give con saves.
All right. 17.
All right, so you both pass, and we'll only take half.
Yeah.
Robbie, roll. You're only taking 4.
Hey,
You're awake now.
So if that doesn't knock you down, which it doesn't,
I'm awake.
you both will wake up with 4 less hit points.
All right.
And she does not feel like that worked at all. And it's your turn.
I wink at her like thanks. Okay. Well, can't see her. I see. I can't see Nyx. Can I see Liam or can I see Grisk?
You can see Grisk.
Okay. How far is he from me?
Meanwhile, as the battle's going on, she's kind of like talking a lot. She said things like, "The letter thieves and the gnome who can decode it together at last. Yes, you will make a fine gift for the Lady Boromar."
I love when they do dialogue.
And then she's, a little bit later, she's like, "Ha ha ha ha, yes, it was I who sent the message, not that ugly little gnome. Fooled you all!" Well, I mean, I needed you both, but the gnome was out of my reach. What better way to nab her than to get you adventurers to do all the dirty work for me?
What are you kidding me? You're kidding.
All right. Well, without revealing it to her, I'll think to myself, so they did want this letter. I'll turn to Alicia and say, so you are the code breaker then?
Oh, absolutely. No,
Right.
the letter was mostly true, even to the fact that I really kind of needed some help to get out of there. And if we can make it out of this safely, I will try to decode that letter for you.
All right.
But we've got to survive this first,
Mm.
which you won't do.
Okay.
Where are my other thugs? Because she's in the dark. She doesn't know what's happened to them.
Where are my minions?
I murdered them.
I think I'm just gonna cast. What do I do? I think I'm just gonna cast Bless again while she's in that fog cloud. I think that's the best thing I can do right now.
Okay.
And I'll do it as a first level spell.
Who are you
Just
getting?
target myself, Azure, and Grisk.
You also have Alicia.
Yeah, you have Alicia. I'm sleeping
You should
right
you
now.
should probably give Alicia one.
Yeah.
I'm not real. Well, I'm not going to be attacking, but I'm going to be safe. What I really want to do is sanctuary her, but I do want her to attack too.
Give it to her.
I'll do it as a second level spell and get her too.
Okay. So everybody
And
except Nyx, who is hidden.
And I'll stay by her.
Okay. Nyx, it is your turn.
I have a question. If I pop out of hiding and shoot up, does that give me advantage? Or
You would
it's kind of
you
weird.
would have a straight roll.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be at disadvantage, but you'd have advantage for her not knowing where you are.
I'll do that.
So you'll be at a straight roll. You won't get sneak attack because you were at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So you want to roll the Christmas die?
No.
Not
You know, it's fine.
till tomorrow or Friday or Saturday.
Four.
Might have worked.
Blessed, or
No, I
you're
don't
not
have
blessed.
He didn't. 14 now.
I will go back underneath.
Well, I mean, you could kind of stay where you were. Now she has an idea of where you are, though.
No, but
Like she knows you're in the fog cloud with her.
Yeah. Can I? Do I have enough movement to get out and like on the way through?
I mean, yeah.
Can I share to wake her up, or no?
Yeah.
Was that an action?
It would be an action to wake her up.
Oh, I've already.
But
I've already used my.
yeah, you could come out. You have all your movement because you're directly under her. You just shot up.
Yeah, I will move over here. I don't know. Well, no, I'll just move out into the fog cloud.
Further into the fog cloud. Like how much?
Where is it? I'm just gonna hide under the balcony.
Just stay where you were. Okay.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Actually, no, I'll move into the fog cloud.
Sure. Grisk.
So she doesn't know where I am.
No, not at the moment.
So
She didn't see you when she popped out.
So if I were to come around here and take a crossbow shot, it would be a straight roll.
No, you'd be at disadvantage because you can't see her.
And you're not. I guess you're not.
Yeah. Like he tried to hide. You're just kind of, she wasn't sure where you were, but she's aware that you're around.
Okay, fair enough.
She didn't expect him to actually be in the fog cloud with her.
Moved there. What's that? How far is that?
5, 10, 15, 20.
I'll take a shot at her.
Okay.
With Bless.
Maybe you should do a delayed action. So when she comes out, that way it's a straight roll. Not just... She's gonna pop her head out promptly.
Okay, yeah. If all ready in action. If when she pops her head out, I'll shoot her.
Sounds good.
Dumb squeaky.
All right. Azair, you're sleeping.
I'm sleeping.
And actually, that's exactly what Astrid was planning on doing as well was readying an action for if she pops her head out.
Or Alicia.
Alicia, sorry. Oh, Captain, I don't know where you are, but I bet you can hear me. I wouldn't be so proud of your martial prowess if I were you. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
With bless.
Yep, you got your bless.
13.
All right. You fight off the taunt, and you are not going to be at disadvantage for everything.
Thanks for the bless.
Let's see. All right. She pops her head out again, so ready to actions go off.
12.
Oh, crit. So 12 will miss, but the crit will hit. I didn't even roll the bless part yet. So let's see what she does damage wise. So it'll be 2d6. So 11, and the bard has been hit.
Concentration.
Yep. Well, no, because it's
Fog is just there.
it's the bardic instrument that did it, not her. I mean,
Hit the bardic
but good news. If you guys win this encounter, you will have unlocked an instrument of the bards.
I don't know what I'll do with it.
So anyway, as she looks out, she sees you. Wisdom saving throw.
Again?
Yeah, there was a taunt, which was a bonus action. This is her actual action. She was hoping to make you a
So wisdom?
yes.
6.
A 6? Oh, my friend, you are charmed. So all of a sudden, you think that's your buddy up there. Why would you fight your friend?
Buddy, okay.
Yeah. You have no interest in fighting
Your other buddy.
fighting your friend there. Grennan, it's your turn.
Grennan will.
She of course ducks back into the fog.
Grennan will run forward and wake up Azure. And
Any bonus actions or anything?
yeah, I'll bonus action healing word Azure. So
He's out on
that
fast.
is 9.
Well, luckily, I have my crossbow out.
That's
That's
true.
nice.
You do have your
Yes.
crossbow out. You're right next to us, so it's disadvantage.
You feel no desire to harm your friends. You just don't feel any desire to harm her.
Oh, okay.
Anything else?
I mean, it was kind of like
No way.
continuing with what you were doing.
Yeah, except now there's no danger of you accidentally hitting.
Can I tell that Grisk is acting a little funny, like he's dropped his guard?
Yeah,
against
he's kind
her?
of like doesn't seem as interested in fighting anymore.
I'll look to Azure and I think we should disengage.
I don't know what happened. Okay.
Nyx?
Grisk was charmed while you were out.
Oh,
Nix is going to just
that's not good.
try to shoot up at her.
Okay. Do you?
Advantage.
Yeah, unless
But I
you
didn't-
stealthed or anything. She has an idea of where you are
I
right
forgot
now,
to
so
say it, so it doesn't count.
natural one.
No.
And I will bonus action hide. The fog.
All right, Grisk, you feel like this fight's over. Everybody here is friends.
Can I make a saving throw at the end of my turn?
Let me look at the spell because maybe.
Or is it one of those?
It definitely says that if he is hit, yeah, no saving
No,
throws.
You don't get a save each turn.
It's for 1 hour or until
No.
she or one of her companions does something harmful to you. is what will end it.
Does it have to be?
It has to be her or one of her allies. Once the spell ends, you will know that you were charmed. But basically, you're out of this fight unless she attacks you.
Hey, look,
Azur.
a pretty flower.
I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
Lovely alley.
I know she's about.
What are you guys doing?
She's 20 feet up, right?
Yep.
Does Thunder Wave work if I stand on something and point it up?
Why are you attacking our friends?
Maybe.
She's not our friend. She attacked
You
us.
can also do what
Where
they
have you been
did.
the last 20 minutes?
I mean, if you wanted to hold an action, you could hold magic missile or something that requires sight. Firebolt.
I have no
Now,
idea
if
what
you
that
hold
was.
magic missile and she
That fucking
doesn't pop her head out, you'll lose a spell slot.
Come
So
here,
that is a
now,
danger.
Try some of the fog.
Try to slap
But
me.
I kind of like the idea of knocking her off the balcony with Thunder Wave.
That's true, but you'd need
But I
some
mean-
way to be boosted up because
Yeah.
she's out of your
I need
range.
at least another. Hey, buddy. Can I stand on your head?
You don't feel like that's a good idea right now because he's not going to allow you to do something to harm his
Right.
friend.
You know, I just want to stand on your head.
But I like it.
I like it too. That's why I want to stand on it. I need a crate. I guess I'll hold.
Try some of this fog. This fog is awesome.
I'll hold a magic missile.
Okay.
Because magic
Sure.
missile never misses.
All right. Alicia
hold
is
it
going
for a
to.
second while-
Alicia is going to ready an action as well to shoot if she pops her head out. Meanwhile, I'm not sure where you are, but I know you can hear me, little changeling friend. No matter what form you take, you're a charisma saving throw.
That's not nice.
It's a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
All right, so you're at disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws until the start of
Okay.
her next turn. She's like, I hope you're still down here with me. Con save.
Was it a direction?
She's doing Thunder Wave down and out.
But I was
And-
below her.
Yeah,
So she
she's
would
doing
have to
it
do it-
below. Yeah,
Wouldn't it crash
she's
so things would
basically
come?
going like over the balcony and doing it down and
Does it also hit me?
no, because she's doing it that like
Yeah, follow me.
she's trying to get like directly below her. So it's
Trying
basically
to take damage, I'm right below her. So it's centered on her, but out. So she couldn't, because then she would be able to go up with Thunder Wave. Which you said she could.
I need 10. I need an extra 5.
Well, then I'm also 20 feet below her. So
that's
I'm
true.
out of
You
her range.
are 20 feet below her. Unless she like really comes down.
Well, she,
like-
Hanging by your ankles.
well, then she'd have to make an acrobatics check.
I'll give you that.
She's gonna watch her body fly down.
Whoop.
Miss it. Fall.
These
Miss it,
nimble
fall.
halflings.
It's a 23. I'm gonna assume she can do it.
Second story work.
So go ahead and with disadvantage, give me that Constitution saving throw.
That's not as well. So that's a disadvantage 13.
13.
Yeah.
So you made the save and will only take 2 thunder damage because I Robbie rolled again.
Next time she sticks her face out. I'm gonna
But
put the head
you
right
do
on.
also get like kind of pushed down into the ground a little bit. I don't think it really does any damage, but
You get knocked down. You get up again.
Yeah.
however, she did all of that under the cover of thundercloud. I mean of the fog cloud. So unless she pops out before your turn again, you'll
Would
have
her
lost a
fog
spell
cloud
slot.
move 10 feet?
Yeah, her frog cloud
It-
moved.
It was down.
I mean, she did it.
Yeah.
She
So-
did it down. So
It would literally. Well then,
but there's still, it didn't touch any of the stuff above, so you can kind of see
feet.
a little bit. Well, you know what?
She is swinging down there.
Yeah, so
Yeah, if it moved it, she would.
I'll
open
allow
up
it.
and
Yeah,
you would
there'll
see
be a
her.
little bit like where you see her hands and stuff as she pulls herself back up into the fog cloud. So we'll go ahead and say your magic missile, and yeah, there's a little bit of a gap where she was thunder waving,
Technicality.
and she'll get hit by the arrow as well.
So here's
Come on.
magic missile. 2, 4, 8, 9
Plus
plus.
So 13.
13. Nice.
And,
Ah!
All right, Grennan, it's your turn.
And Alicia.
Yeah, I took Alicia's already.
Grinnin will
yeah.
Yeah, roll your D1 there.
nope.
Oh,
Grinnin will just ready a large crossbow shot.
okay. Nyx.
So I'm at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well then.
You were already at disadvantage, though, so there's more to get that saving throw at disadvantage.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I don't think you're ugly.
Oh, I know I'm not ugly. Once I remove her head, I will take care
Yeah,
of this.
you'll be at disadvantage until her next turn starts. So
Well, then she can disadvantage me drinking a potion.
okay,
Oops,
nice.
Sneaky.
Grisk, you're wondering why are your friends fighting each other?
So, bonus
Can't,
action hide.
Why can't we all just be friends?
right? Everybody here is friends.
Because that lady started it.
Azare, it's your turn.
But you don't have to buy into the hate.
Fog is your
I
friend.
do because I have a lot of aggression. to
Come
get
try
out
some of
right
this
now.
fog. This fog is awesome.
Peaceful.
Are you gonna let me stand on your head yet?
I like my head. No, just come try some of the fog. The fog
No,
is
no, no,
fantastic.
no. I'm just gonna ready a firebolt then.
Okay. Alicia readies a shot as well. All right, I think I'm out of taunts.
Why is the weird blue girl trying to get on my head?
Because your friend's trying to kill us all.
No,
Yeah.
nobody's trying to kill
This is
anybody.
definitely a bonus action that she will be doing.
Didn't you hear that thunder wave?
Oh, nice.
Maybe if you all stop trying to kill her, she would stop trying to kill us.
She started it.
Why don't we just try some of the persuasion on her?
All right.
She didn't start it.
Pretty sure she did.
You can see. Yep.
You
So-
were asleep. What do you know?
She pokes her head out, ready to actions. A crit again for Alicia.
Nice.
Thirteen
So
to hit.
13 will miss.
Crit for Grinnin. And it's a large crossbow, so 2d8.
Oh, this could end it.
Yes, it's definitely two-handed.
Even though she bonus action healing word before she stuck her head out, this could technically end it if he rolls well.
10 plus 5
Oh
or
my
plus 3
goodness.
is 13.
So she sticks
got
her head
one.
out. She's pointing at you and starting to say something mean.
Taunt this.
No, because she was going to vicious mockery you.
Ah!
And then all of a sudden, you and Alicia both shoot. Eyeball right, eyeball left, tumbles over the thing. The weapon drops out of her hand and kind of cracks a little bit, and the fog cloud disappears.
I got
There you are.
nice seeing you.
Yes.
My
yeah.
friend, I mean that bitch.
Welcome back, Grisk. A lot of good you did us.
Well, they're arguing. Nyx is going to go up there and be like, ugly. You say ugly. Well, no need to lose our head over it and just chops her head off.
There are two arrows sticking out of her eye
I will
holes.
grab a hold of one of them as I'm doing it, and I'll just lift it up.
Yeah. Can I get my crossbow bolt back?
Got an eyeball on
There you go.
it.
He was looking at
Yeah,
you.
they both got the eye on
It's
it.
called a
still.
kebab.
One eye. He was looking at you, kid.
So you have
I think you said something about sushi earlier.
You have unlocked a instrument of the bards, Macfermid Saturn. It is sized for a halfling to play it and looks like a ukulele.
Sweet.
What was it called again?
I got the name. I have this that certain.
Halfling ukulele, you say?
Yes.
So then it would just be a child.
It is it is 16 treasure checkpoints. All right. You all are able to make it back to Grisk's house. I'll send you a picture of it.
Okay. I gotta search
But this is a slightly there's slightly different.
Yeah, but the name.
Oh, the name will be the same. Yeah. Yes, but it looks like a ukulele because it is sized for a halfling. So you return to Grisk's residence with Alicia Lund. When you arrive, she feels like she now trusts you all quite a lot. She reveals to you that her actual name is Eliza de Civis.
Glad we're finally starting to trust each other.
She's been using her skills to crack the House CANNITH code for months because her mark of scribing, which she pulls down her shirt and kind of smiles at Grinnin and Grisk as she does it, showing the skin. She's like, oh yeah, you see her dragon mark is on her shoulder.
I wink with my dragon marked eye.
Yeah. And she says, yes, I'm actually de Civis. Eliza de Civis.
So it wasn't
I'm using my my mark of scribing to crack House CANNITH code. Now, my mission of investigating House operation here was not actually assigned to me by House Civis. I kind of went against their orders to spy on CANNITH South because I heard that Merrick's to CANNITH South's leader, was planning something big that would chart the future of the houses in Breland. I wanted to find out what. Hopefully, these materials that I have uncovered will lead to finding that.
Do you mind if I take a look at?
She doesn't want anyone to look at what she has.
If
If I find something you need to know, I'll
Well, I
let
need
you
to
know.
everything about what that man is doing.
I'm not sure how much I trust the rest of House CANNITH either. No offense.
That's
Lot taken.
She's like, and I've heard about your mother.
She's not me. Dear God, that woman's horrible. Am I horrible?
I will tell you this. What I have figured out so far is CANNITH South is covertly trying to sell some new invention to criminal buyers. I don't know what the invention is or who the buyers are as of yet. If you give me about 30 minutes with this
yeah, I'll turn to her. and pull
letter
out the
that
letter and say,
you stole from the Boromar Ball, I will see if I can decode it for you.
And we've come this far. I think this is what we call your end of the bargain. And I'll pass it over to her.
So she goes off to kind of one of the rooms, spends a little time. It takes her about 30 minutes.
So while she's doing that, I'm like fixing the head right on the mantle. Like, that's perfect. I'm looking at it and like, should I leave the other crossbow bolt in this eye, or do you?
It seems
you
a
want it
little
to be-
off center.
I kind of like it that way.
I pull out a short bow arrow. Right in the nipple.
So about 30 minutes later, she's like, "Oh, nice." Sees the head on the mantle, and then she says, "Done. No pay necessary. I appreciate the help in making my getaway. Do try to keep me out of your schemes in the future. I don't want to risk you lot blowing my cover." She starts to head towards the door, but then she turns back gives a wink to Grinnin and Grisk and says, "It was a fun ride, though." And then she heads out the door.
I will.
Grinning blushes visibly.
I will probably disappear temporarily because I have an errand to run.
Meanwhile, she did hand each of you a copy of the translated letter that started this whole mess that was on the body up in the Sky Ward.
We represent the Swords of Liberty. We have received confirmation that you are proceeding with our order as planned. You have our humblest thanks. We assure you that the transfer of funds into your accounts will be made with the utmost discretion, and that nothing will link our activities. Our agents have heard that the schisms within your mighty house have led to the Boromar crime family siding with your CANNITH rivals. Our deepest condolences. Nevertheless, we expect that your agents will be the picture of discretion in order to keep any unwanted investigators out of our business. The crowned heads of Eberron will roll, thanks to your contribution to the war effort. We hope to do business with you again in the future. Sincerely, he who will write history with crimson ink. Well, that's a pretty evil note if I ever read one.
Dun, dun, dun.
Why'd I have to be born into a house full of warmongers?
Proceeding with our order. Who's the greatest of all who bear the name CANNITH, Azure?
Probably all three barons.
Not your mom.
Not her. Definitely not her.
The greatest in the house CANNITH is probably Mary.
So this
There's a bit of a currently in House CANNITH. There's a bit of a power vacuum, and there's
east,
a
south,
couple
and west.
people really there are three people trying to gain control. So there's Merrick's CANNITH, Merrix. He's CANNITH South. There's the one that he mentioned when talking with her, which is Jerlana. Jorlana. And yeah, Zorlon of Korth. Jorlana is from Fairhaven.
Now I have to go.
Let's look at the map.
I don't want to talk to him.
Who is the third one, Azure?
Zorlon. Corlan.
So, this is just Sharn. Let's see.
So
Do I have? I'm pretty sure I have a Corvair map. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to put a Corvair map on the screen here. So this is he's in Sharn, which is down here. Merrick says. Then Fairhaven and Korth. Now, of course, CANNITH was based in Sire, which is now the Mournland.
Fairhaven sounds like undead.
So
And now they've all been split for the past 2
yeah.
years.
So I'll have to look into where Fairhaven and Korth are to see which is which. I'm not.
So what do we know? We know these Swords of Liberty that will write
See if it-
crimson ink are working with Merrick's and buying something from him. I think we need to find out what this invention
is a Warforged inventor, so chances are he's still crafting.
And it's something that they'll use to take down the heads of Eberron.
Which, do we know who the crown heads of Eberron are currently? It would be Princess what's her name there, for sure.
I don't know. This is aristocratic business. We're never sure who's in charge from Lower Girl.
Perhaps.
I mean, I feel like Azure would have a good sense,
Right.
because of her upbringing,
You'd have some
how her mother is.
history.
Like she would know.
Fairhaven isn't on there.
Okay. So Fairhaven's in Ondare, which is there.
Okay,
And what was the other one?
Korth, which I want to say is
Well,
in Carnath,
I
but
think
I'm
that implies
That's
that
probably-
it's
that's
the
probably
east
right.
one.
yes, Korth is in Carnath. So yeah, she is basically working with the East House, sort of. She's as there is. Then there's South and West is Court is the one from Carnath.
And Fairhaven is the capital.
Korth.
on there.
Yes, and of course, Sharn is the capital of Breland. So there you go. Though they're all three kind of competing, so it would probably be one of those three.
And the Boromar have sided
you-
with one of them.
Well, Boromar.
They haven't sided with your family, have they?
Well, they're all her family.
Yeah.
Well,
And her mom is working with Merrick's. Um,
so you're a South Cannon?
you do know, you would know, Azur would know that that Merrick's is very involved with Warforged. And he was big in developing the Warforged during the war. You would all know, however, that no more Warforged are being made. The Warforged factories have been destroyed. And actually, Nix, go ahead and give me intelligence check as you kind of are looking through some of the stuff you grabbed.
11.
All right, so you can kind of tell that what the guy you all rated, he was actually attempting to recreate Warforged, despite the equipment no longer being usable. So, but he's trying to figure out a way to make Warforged again. You can't tell if he's having any success or not. You also were able to tell that he's kind of doing this on his own. It was not sanctioned. Yeah. If he succeeded, obviously Merrick's would be very, very happy with that. Jorlana is kind of an alchemist. She does a lot of trying to change metals and that sort of thing. And Zorlon works with weapons. So it could be Zorlon, it could be Merrick's. It's not impossible that it's Zorlana in the letter, but
Well,
We don't know who it's.
no, you do not currently know. There's not enough information. So you've got a pretty good, I mean, that's definitely more information than you had before. There's still more to be determined. And those of you watching on the stream, in just a second, I will go ahead and put the letter translation up for you as well. So if you want to take a look at that.
It's to the greatest of all who bear the name. So it really could be.
It's definitely one of the three.
and it's not the ones that are working with Boromar. And your family's not working with Boromar.
She's not super highly involved to where she's probably going to know exactly what's going on at the highest levels. Jorlana, she of the three, definitely she wants to stay involved with the family. She likes Jorlana the best. She does things for them occasionally. They ask her to do things occasionally, but she's kind of like, yeah, and she's considered a bit of a black sheep or a blue sheep. being different.
Well, there's got to be a way that we can use this letter.
Yes, perhaps it will present itself
Living in Sear.
There's got to be a way we can
in
use
a
this letter to
future
leverage the Bora.
time. Yeah, that would be the hope. But for now, tonight is completed. You have unlocked an instrument of the bards. You will half progress. You will have gained 2 advancement checkpoints and 2 treasure checkpoints because you did achieve all the objectives. You were able to infiltrate and escape the CANNITH compound without being discovered. So if you'd have gone in and killed everything, you'd have been discovered and you would not have gotten that 4th objective.
Just left that one spot.
Yep, you did well.
Makes restraint yourself.
You also did bonus objective A, which was still a CANNITH employed artificer's identity, just in case. Which gains you a story reward, which I will also send to the chat. And yes, you all should be level 4 for next week when we will run Ginny Loveday's Eberron adventure.
Except for Carolyn.
Well, she's gonna have to find a way to get herself to level 4, or you guys she'll be still at level 3, and that'll be okay. It'll be okay for next week, and then she'll have to figure out something to get to tier 2.
Yeah. We need to give her a hard time.
But
You can get someone else who can ask you.
no, a hard time. He can absolutely give her a hard time.
Well, that's a
Thank you all for watching. Please follow the channel if you haven't already. We will see you next week for more adventures in Eberron. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
All right. Wow. You feel like the
Oh,
plot
welcome to
thickened.
fourth level.